Today in Lesson 13 we did conversions between equivalent measures by using multiplication. And the first thing we did, and let me get my pen here. Excuse me, I got to get my pen. Okay. So in B it says convert years to days. And the first thing we're doing in the first line is we're basically taking this unit form and we're making an expanded form out of it. So I'm going to take the 7 and then years. And it's going to be 7 times 1 year. Now we're converting to days, so we're going to put the equivalent measurement for a year in days underneath here, which is 365. And we're bringing the rest down. So 7 years equals 7 times 365. And let's come over here in this space. We have 365, and we're multiplying that by 7. 7 times 5 is 35. 7 times 6 is 42, and 3 is 45. 7 times 3 is 21, and 4 is 25. So 7 years equals 2,555 days. Now if we wanted to estimate this, we take 365 is closer to 400. So 4 times 7 would be 28, plus 20 would be 2,800. Now we round it up, so that makes reasonable that our answer would actually be a little less than that. On the next one, we have 4.5 meters. So I'm going to write it out in expanded form, 4.5 times 1 meter. And then we got 4.5 meters equals 4.5. We're going to centimeters, and if you look at your reference chart, there are 100 centimeters in 1 meter. Now when we multiply it, 4.5 times 100, the decimal point's going to move 2 positions, and we end up with 450 centimeters. On D, we're converting pounds to ounces, so 12.6 pounds equals 12.6 times 1 pound. Now 1 pound, we're moving it to ounces, equals 16 ounces. So we have 12.6 times 16 ounces. Now, when we're doing 12.6 times 16, we have 6 times 6 is 36. 6 times 2 would be 12, and 3 would be 15. 6 times 1 would be 6, and 1 would be 7. Put our placeholder 0. We have 1 times 6 is 6, 1 times 2 is 2, 1 times 1 is 1. And we have 6, 11, 10, 2016. But if I was to estimate this, 12.6 would actually be closer to 10, and 16 would be closer to 20, so I know my answer would be close to 200. So I can see that the placement of my decimal point would be there. So I know that would be equal to 201.6 ounces. Now we have 309 kilograms, and we're going to do our expanded form, 3.09 times 1 kilogram. And we know 1 kilogram is equal to 1,000 grams. So 3.09 times 1,000 grams. If I multiply by 1,000, it can move 3 place values, so we're going to end up with 3,090 grams. And if I do my estimation, 3.09 close to 3 times 1,000 would be 3,000. Now we're converting yards to inches. It says 245 yards equals 245 times 1 yard. Now this is a conversion that they don't usually show you, but you have to solve it for yourself, because 1 yard is 3 feet, 12 inches in each foot. 3 times 12 would be 36 inches. So now we have 245 times 36. So let's come over here for a standard algorithm. 245 times 36. 6 times 5 is 30. Carry my 3. 6 times 4 is 24, and 3 is 27. 6 times 2 is 12, and 2 is 14. We're done with the ones place, so we're going to put a 0 here. 3 times 5 is 15. Carry our 1. 3 times 4 is 12. 1 is 13. Carry our 1. 3 times 2 is 6, and 1 is 7. So we're going to end up with 12. Carry our 1. 8. 8. So we're ended up with 8,820. But if I round this, I can see that 245 would be close to 200. 36 would be close to 40. So 200 times 40 would be equal to 2 times 4 is 8 and 3 zeros. So we can see that this would be 8,820 inches. Now on B, it says a newborn giraffe weighs about 65 kilograms. How much does it weigh in grams? Well, that means that 65 kilograms equals 65 times 1 kilogram. And that means 65 times, we're wanting in grams, so we know that's 1,000 grams. So 6 times 1,000 grams would be 6,000 grams. Under C, the average height of a female giraffe is 4.6 meters. What is her height in centimeters? Well, 4.6 meters equals 4.6 times 1 meter. 1 meter equals 100 centimeters. So that's 4.6 times 100 centimeters. We're multiplying by 100, so it's going to move 2 place values, so we know that'd be 460 centimeters. Under D, we have 0.1 liter, which equals 0.1 times 1 liter. And we're converting to milliliters, so I know there are 1,000 milliliters in 1 liter times 0.1. And we know multiplying by 1,000 is going to move 3 place values, so we'd end up with 100 milliliters. On E, pig weighs 9.8 pounds. Convert the pig's weight to ounces. 9.8 lbs, which means pounds, equals 9.8 times 1 pound. And now we're going to add 9.8 times 1 pound equals, since we're going to ounces, 16 OZ, which is ounces. So now we have 9.8 times 16. 6 times 8 is 48. 9 times 6 is 54, and 4 would be 58. Play a placeholder. 1 times 8 is 8. 1 times 9 is 9. And we have 8, 16, and 15. So we're looking at 1,568. But now if I do my estimation, 9.8 is closer to 10. 16 is closer to 20. So I can see that 200 would be my estimate. So the proper one for be reasonable would be 156 and 8/10 ounces. On A, it says 0.13 meters, and that's going to be equal to 0.13 times 1 meter. Now we're converting the meters to millimeters, and we know there's 1,000 millimeters in 1 meter times 0.13. Now that means it's going to move 3 place values, so we end up with 130 millimeters.